Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. This one I've been waiting on for a bit, and I'm really excited to open it up because we haven't talked about this knife in a while, and it appears that the production versions are now landing. So I have to assume many of you who ordered this knife are actually getting it right now. So the idea here to, by showing it is to make people who are not aware of TW Price Design aware, because he's done some awesome stuff so far, including the Dawn. I'm about to show you. But if you're not familiar, make sure you follow him on Instagram, and I'm sure there'll be some information that will make that possible or easier on you. Thank you so much to TW Price Design for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. I'm not sure if you can go and just get them right now. I would guess no, but maybe if you can, I'll have a link in the description. I'll put it in there after the video. If not, this is somebody who you should be paying attention to. Oh, nice. They did Magna Cut on this? I did not know that. Okay, cool. But pay attention to him because his future models will likely be very, very cool. I have a lot of faith in TW Price. This is somebody who is younger than you would expect. Wow. Oh, that came out so beautiful. Oh, God, I love the texturing of that. Oh, man, this is such a nice model. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to keep this out of the pocket. Oh. So we have, I would say in a lot of ways, it's a profile that we've seen many times, but this is the type of thing that makes me really happy. You can take a fairly common blade and handle profile, and within that canvas, not to get too those at the autistic, I don't want to get all like that about it, but something that I really like is when you can take those parameters and you can add personality within the parameters and do something that's just ever so slightly different. In this case, we have a beautiful tumbled, I guess, is there any other blade steel option? It just says Magna Cut. Yeah, a tumbled Magna Cut blade, beautiful with that high reflectivity. That's something that I absolutely love. That's my favorite finish for a production knife for sure. And we have that nice little saw in there. But what I really love about this particular design is the titanium liner, nested titanium liner with a steel lock bar insert. That is just a real nice touch there. Beautiful, beautiful action. I don't think we can access, can you? You actually can access that little slot for the reverse flick, just barely. But the flipper tab, it's probably going to be my go-to means of deployment here. Really nice detent, really nice flipping action, and look at that texturing. Here's something else that I think is really cool. The titanium has a little bit of an extra, I think it's just a slightly high, it's not a high polish finish, but it's got more reflectivity than what we normally see. This current knife market, this is something that I see all the time. It must come down to like, hey, what finish do you want on the titanium? And they must go, just make it like darker, sort of a flat, dark gray. We see that a lot, and that's fine. But wow, there's a lot of it out there. There's a little tiny bit more polish going on here. I got a lot of USA mid-tags, high-end production, some custom stuff, and one of the most consistent things you see with those knives is there's texturing that's knocked down and beveled, and then it's got a little bit more of a polish on it, which makes the light kind of dance around the texturing. That's something that we do not see quite as much on knives like this. And as you can see here, it's just enough to really bring out that texturing, which is a really, really nice touch. Something else that I love here is the pocket clip. It's got this little area milled out, right? That's just, you could have just left this flat and plain. There's personality in every inch of this knife, and I love that. On top of that, I believe this is going to measure out at 8 to 8¼ inches. Yep, I knew it. 8 1/8. Blade length, 3.5. Cutting edge, 3.35. I love that. He's making use of the whole area right here. This is very open, very comfortable. Again, the reason we see it so much, right? That knife looks like the this, or that knife looks like the that. Yeah, it's because the profile of the handle has been time proven to be a good general handle profile for a knife, right? So I don't think he was necessarily going for something ultra unique in the profile, but more so just adding in the cool texturing. I like that we did this. I mean, he could have like not beveled this, because that's what that is, that area right. Actually, no. Yeah, it is. It's a different angle. He could have not done that and just done texturing all the way throughout, right? Which is like me, I would consider myself a simpler person. If I was designing a knife, which I am, I would do texturing all the way throughout. And that's because sometimes the idea of not texturing certain areas just to give it more of a designy aesthetic doesn't occur to me. But it does occur to Mr. T.W. Price, and I think he did a really great job with that. Access to the liner is just perfect. I mean, that's just excellent. It's not raised above, but you can see here the little teeth, not super aggressive. And we've got a pretty, I don't know, I don't want to call it a steep angle, but it's enough to where when you go in to disengage, your thumb is immediately in the right spot. Feels very natural, doesn't feel pinchy or anything like that. Really nice. I do not know what he is heat treating the MagnaCut to, and I forget the OEM on this, but I, you know, if I, gosh darn it, it is, I don't want to say names because I'm not sure, right? There's a number of different OEMs that it could be, but whoever did a really, really good job. Look at that. The pivot has a little pivot collar on it, which is a nice, teeny, tiny little touch. Both sides actually really cool. The other thing I like is we have one body screw, probably something floating in here, floating pin for the back spacer, which is great. And then we also have hidden harder for the pocket clip. So you're only seeing one body screw. A really, really good looking knife. And you have a bunch of different options too. I don't think I talked about this, but we have blue, gray, bronze, or special. I don't know what the special is, but if these are available right now, they will be linked in the description for you guys to take a look. What did I not do? I didn't weigh it. We should definitely weigh it real quick because this is, to my knowledge, this is, there's a few changes between this and the one that I originally got, the prototype. 4.48 ounces, no surprise there. Balance on this guy, a little bit butt heavy. There's a lot of material in the handle, but not bad at all, and it really feels great. I also like that the scales are not insanely skinny. Here's another thing I like. Stop pin is attached to the blade, rides on channels in the inside of the titanium frame, which means there's a point of contact on each side and not just one point of contact, which is what we get, well, what's out here on the table? Like this, right? Nope, that's wrong. Those are studs. How about like, there we go. Chevalier. Single stop pin, or a stop pin with one point of contact, which is fine. This is more than suitable for what you would normally use it for. But I do like designs that have those pins and it's contacting both sides of the frame. Just a little bit more solidity, right? Not necessarily making an argument for durability, right? Or necessarily like lockup strength. But what's nice, what I've noticed is when you tune these, as long as the knife is manufactured with really tight tolerances, what you end up with is a knife that's easier to center and get with the action that you really, really want while maintaining a solid lockout with no blade play because of those two contact points. I might be blowing smoke there, but that's what I've noticed after 4,100 uploads. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Very, very cool. All right. TW Price, thank you so much for sending this one in. Since this is, to my knowledge, a bit different, unless I'm just wrong, I'll have to go back and look. I think this one merits like a full-on video. So you might end up seeing a full-on review of this guy. In the meantime, links for this, TW Price, his social media, all down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.